How do you feel about having compassion for those who have done us wrong?
I knew that was coming at some point. Sorry.
That's a great question. And we've spoken about it. Look here. I know that there is an intent and a consistent one on people who look like me, and it hasn't stopped. It just hasn't stopped. It don't stop.
I've not lit up.
A lot of people think that war has to be the bloodiest of things. Bombs going everywhere, guns firing off every day. This war, it's not happening like that. You don't really get to see it. In a war, there's an enemy. There has to be. Or who you fighting? What you fighting? For me, based on what I know and what I've learned, people who don't want the best for us, they're the enemy. And it's just as simple as that. And it could be anyone. Anyone that represents a certain way of thinking that is against people who look like me, you're on that side.
The thing with compassion is usually paired with the word forgiveness. And
You can't forgive someone who's still hurting you. Right?
You can if you want to, but then
it frees you, but
that
it doesn't
would be
free the programming.
that would be very dangerous. Because
100%.
if you and also, how can you forgive someone that hasn't actually said sorry?
That's true.
or they're
Well,
ignorant to
yeah.
what's happening.
No, but ignorance, for me, I'm like, you're ignorant. I don't know, I feel bad for you because you're so switched off and disconnected. And then I think that's maybe I got to learn that actually I'm also pissed off at you. But like, it's a lot of energy.
No,
So no, it's just I feel like no, but
this reaction is great.
I
telling you.
feel everything. So it's like I would rather feel sorry for you, but be on my guard.
But
then-
that's a you thing.
That's a
Yeah.
me thing.
Yeah, it's
So
not
when does it? And you know, maybe I just got to sit with it. I need
Yeah.
to work out how to transmute that into a we thing because
Yeah.
it is the collective. It's not just me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
right.
about me.
Mm.
But when I'm here speaking, it ain't about me because
Yeah.
I'm cool.
I could get myself killed talking this shit. But it's bigger than me. It's bigger than him. It's bigger than him. It's bigger than all of us. It's about us as a whole who never got a chance to even get out of the game. We're still in the game.
And you want us to have compassion on that.
For me, I don't know, maybe it's also me being female. I think I've grown up with the thing of that forgiveness, that compassionate side of me, where I'd forgive, like Joe was saying, to free myself sometimes more than them. You know, like just think, you know what, I'll feel a bit more free, I'll feel released if I've kind of given them that forgiveness. But as I've got older, I've realised, you know what, like fashion, and it's sometimes not even about them actually saying sorry, it's you've done it with intent. How can I forgive you for doing something with intent? Forget the word sorry, forget the actions of sorry. If we think about when people are like, oh, it's not this, it wasn't me, it's the ancestors. Can you really forgive someone who killed your ancestors? Because let's be honest, we know deep down they don't regret it. If this
They're
person,
still benefiting
but
from
even,
it.
No, but what I'm saying
Consciously.
is, even if they were, the fact is, if someone came now and I was to strike you down to it, with no remorse, no regrets, no nothing, why should anyone forgive me? Because they're saying forgive for their peace of mind, but I don't. I will come in your face and be like, I would do it again. If I feel like that and I have no remorse, you've forgiven me. Are you going to keep doing that every time I come back and strike you? And the point is, that's what we've been doing. So we're like, oh, do you know what? All right, it's not all of them, or it's this. And I'm not saying to you, don't ever speak to a white person again, or don't do this, because everybody's an individual. You've got people that will stand with up and say, listen, everything my ancestors done was wrong, and they will do their own research and they know certain things. That's different. But if anyone that's on a level of, I'm not saying anything, you're just as bad. Yeah. Anyone that's
Mindset.
saying, well, oh, it wasn't me, it was them. See, that's the dangerous thing as well, because you come from that lineage, right? Unless you're trying to, like you said, break that and say, listen, I'm not them, I'm trying to do better, doesn't make a difference.
The greatest
But it's a
saying.
damage to us.
The greatest saying was, "That was long ago."
Get over it.
No,
You
yeah.
see, and that mentality there, you're showing me that they shouldn't even have remorse because they did what they needed to do at the time.
for me, and this is as a mixed man. So I, as you yourself, I've got like confusion. I'm like, half of my ancestors are fucked, and half of them are suffering. And I met my own family who were fucked, who did not like me, and I'm pretty pale. So let's be real. For me, it's the level of intention. And the reason why I say that is because they didn't just, it wasn't like like that's my land kind of thing, let's go. No, it was intentional spiritually, educationally, the way they thought about generationally, how they, what we're going to rape and castrate and all these things to your women so that it generates. They did this level of research, which is, I can't even fathom it.
And then they had kids.
And then
they wanted their kids to benefit
and
from
they're
it.
passing down this
And
shit.
the programs are still alive and kicking. So in the music, you must see. In the music, it's a virus.
We said that there was ones who intentionally knew, and there's ones that were suffering. Right? You don't want to suffer. None of us want to suffer. It's easy. What side are you on? The ones that are suffering, because you don't want that for yourself, so you must not want that for them. You get what I mean? It's like it's really black and white, straight line, because it's not like we've been forced to think like this. You get what I mean?
This is the first time I've had a conversation with people of colour without hate towards the other side.
But
I
see,
mean hate.
You're rare, because people will tell me that I hate them. But people don't understand. I'm so like spiritually in tune that I don't carry nothing. I can't afford to, because I'd be on crack.
You have to remember. The reason why, because I'm saying like I don't carry hate. I actually don't. But the reason why the people that you've spoken to hate, one, they're using the wrong word, and two, they're not in tune with themselves, and they haven't done the work on themselves to really navigate.
It's like drinking poison.
What they're doing.
But that's what I mean. That's where I'm coming from. Maybe I was kind of circling around.
You weren't.
Compassion was no. Okay.
Oh, you stepped in with the right foot.
No, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, just because I'm used to being attacked. But like, yeah, hate, like discussing, having this conversation with a black woman who says, you know, because they hate me, it makes me hate them. And it's like, that's not helping. It's not.
I'll tell you what though.
Kind of is.
I can't knock her.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
I can't knock her.
Kind of is.
But at the same time, it's just like, who are you supposed to be around speaking to? Because as you said, you're around us and you don't really feel that, you don't really get that. So some people are in their right to hate every inch of being of any of them. They're in their right because of what's happening. Why would you not? But it's as you realise, shit, this is too heavy. Let me put this down and understand it in another way.
That and how you deal with it.
You have to remember that everyone has different traits, mannerism, and in a war, even if you look at a chessboard, you've got the kings, the knights, the queens, the pawns. So everyone has a role to play. So everyone that you speak to isn't going to be able to articulate, isn't going to be able to think and make a strategy of how we're going to lift our community up. Some people are just there to go lift his head off, and he's going to go lift his head off. Do you get what I mean? There has to be different forms of people in this battle.
And to end, the players on the board are black and white.
Standard.
Okay.